everyone, and welcome to Jack and Cat Adventures. Today we're going to be making Lavain Bakery chocolate chip cookies. I've been seeing this all over the internet, so I figured we should give it a try. So let's get started. In a bowl, you're going to put 1 cup of cold butter cut into cubes, 1 cup of brown sugar, and 1/2 cup of white sugar. Now we're going to beat this until it becomes creamy. Should take about 4 minutes or so. In the meantime, preheat your oven to 410 degrees. Alright, now it calls for 2 eggs. You're going to add them 1 at a time. And at this point, you can use vanilla. The recipe does not call for vanilla, but I think it needs it in all cookies. So I'm going to do a teaspoon. I'm just using vanilla paste. Might just add a little bit more, just to use up the rest of this little bit of paste that I have in here. And then we're going to mix this so the egg is totally mixed in. Alright, in a separate bowl you're going to need 1.5 cups of cake flour and 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda, and 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. You're going to whisk that all together really good. And we're just going to start adding this to our mixture slowly, and we want it just until there's still a little bit of flour left in it. That's when we're going to add our chocolate chips and stir in the rest of that flour, because we don't want to overmix this. Alright, once there's just a little bit of flour running through it, you're going to put 2 cups of chocolate chips, your choice. I'm doing milk chocolate, and I also chopped up a couple milk chocolate Hershey bars left over from s'mores. I figured I'd use those for the summer, And we're just going to mix these up.
No, I'm going to throw them all over the floor.
Now these are really big cookies, so you're only going to put about 4 or 5 on a tray. You don't want them to be too close together because they're going to be really big and we don't want them to be touching each other in the oven. I'm also going to measure them out so they all cook evenly, and I'm going to make them 4 ounces. I have a scale here that I'm going to use, and I'm not using a scoop. They say not to use a cookie scoop, just to make them round in your hands. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Thank you. Jackie has to keep stirring for me because my wrist is still not healed from the break. Still going through therapy with it.
She played hooky today so she could bake.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell the girls.
Alright, I weighed this to 4 ounces. Now I'm just going to roll it in between my hands, and I'm going to place it on my tray. And like I said, they're big cookies. They're going to bake from 9 to 12 minutes or until golden brown on top, and then you're going to let them rest for 10 minutes on the tray to set up before taking them off.
I don't think they're going to survive that long, personally.
Alright, so here's our finished cookies. Mine took exactly 9 minutes, and the only thing I did different was, like I said, I added vanilla, but I also used Kerrygold butter instead of like any other kind of butter. I think that the Kerrygold adds a better flavor, more creamier flavor. Let me know how it tastes.
You're going to have to bite your own. Oh my God.
Alright, so the Jack approved.
New favorite.
So please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And remember, you do you. doing that TikTok?